also need to
Roll the cue.
You sound like you're doing To me, it sounded like a techno Jason intro.
Oh.
Like maybe, what's that dude that
I'm
made...
so glad that Ted Nugent joined us today.
Just go.
It's
Just
true.
let's
That was
before we get shitty.
How's it going,
Nugent?
everybody?
Great.
We're back to the shit show as usual.
It was a joke about Vietnam because somebody said something about Vietnam, so I was referencing Creedence Clearwater, you uncultured swine.
On this, the day after his
Sorry.
birth.
How's it going, everybody?
Great.
Cheers.
miserable
Cheers
now.
to that shit. I don't believe you, Bam.
We've been off for a few weeks. Let's see if we remember how to do this or not.
Do we ever really fully remember how to do this?
No, not really. I think that's the whole charm of this show. Just us figuring shit out.
Because of that,
over and over
I
again.
haven't left the
And
house.
never
in,
getting it right.
because of that, I haven't left the house in 3 weeks, and I look at.
You remembered pants, though, so A+.
Yep.
plus.
You haven't
weren't-
left the house in 3 weeks?
You weren't Blink 182ing it.
I don't know.
I kinda
be
don't
glad I'm
believe
sitting
you.
down.
All right.
I don't get that reference.
No, just
need to
it's a
explain.
rabbit
Winnie
hole.
the Pooh, that one?
Winnie
Or
the Pooh.
Donald Duck. I Donald Duck it all the time at home.
Dress shirt on top, just underwear on the bottom. No one,
All
no one
right.
knows.
So, Zach, what are we talking about today?
Well, we should do openings, intros, right?
Who are you?
I'm
Okay,
Josh
we're
Ruff.
talking. All right, I can go.
JoshRuff.com and all the things. www.joshruff.com. We're here at Renaissance Studios at RS Tattoo NY on Instagram.
Hi, everyone. Reggie Inks here. You can find me at Reggie Inks on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. I'm here at the shop at RS Tattoo NY as well. And let's get real, motherfuckers.
I'm Zach Pedley, owner of the North Brewery. You can find us at the North Brewery on all media outlets, and then search me on TikTok, Chop88.
Chop 88.
I like my beers Ratchet on Instagram. Come check me out.
I'm Christina Maslar. You can find me at Christina_Maslar on Instagram and here.
I'm Bam Maslar. You can find me at bamburnsthings.com.
Okay.
Cool.
So for this week's show,
One of these days, we'll get that whole section right.
So let me guess. One of these, this is going to be another show about dicks.
yes,
Cool. Okay.
I kind of figured.
we've.
Fat dongers.
Anytime Zach wants to talk about an artist, there's dicks involved.
Well, I want something controversial, a little shocking for people. We're talking about the grandson of Sigmund Freud, Lucien Freud, okay, a British painter born in Germany, Berlin, actually. And
He was born.
he was
He was
Was
born.
born.
All right. Cheers to that.
woo.
Blank.
And his last name he fits the mold of a Freud. He's got a lot of shit going on in his life. He's rumored to have. It's known that he has 14 kids out there.
It's a lot of kids.
It's rumored that he has 40 kids out there.
When was he born?
1940. I got to look at my notes. 1922, and he died in 2011.
Wow.
Okay,
Really?
So this wasn't like the era of where you had like 30 kids and hope 2 of them stick kind of thing.
No,
But it was the era, if you have lots of kids, then they can go out and work.
It's true.
But
This
if
is
they're
true.
Take advantage of that child
illegitimate
labor.
children.
Well, also, the real question is 14 kids with how many women? That we didn't establish that.
Okay.
15.
So personal life. He is rumored to have fathered as many as 40 children. Although this
Holy
number
shit.
is generally accepted as an exaggeration, 14 children have been identified, 2 from Freud's first marriage and 12 from various mistresses. So
Wow.
many different women.
Okay.
Also,
so it wasn't like
he
four-
Lindberghed it.
yeah, but he was not a heterosexual man. Okay, you can see in his work too a little bit. He painted a lot of both.
at least 14 times he was.
Well, definitely in the 1940s, Freud and fellow artists Adrian Ryan and John Minton were in a homosexual love triangle after his love affair with Lorna Garman.
Interesting. Should we look at some of his artwork?
Yeah, so let's get some of this stuff up. So this is his early work.
That's a boob.
You're going to see a difference between his early work and his later work.
Because
So
he's
this
only
is-
showing one titty, not all of them.
Right. I mean, this is nice, right?
And there's
I mean,
no
is-
penis.
yeah.
No penis. Fine art, Josh. I mean, you. This is something that you could. This is not like what we've shown. What I've brought to the table before. Just random brushstrokes. This is. It's nice.
It's a portrait.
It's a portrait.
There's a nice color balance there. It seems
Yeah.
relatively unified in its overall palette.
It does.
Right.
She's got a big hand.
She's.
It looks proportionate.
That's a yeah.
She looks like a tall woman.
The dog is nice, right? Little breast there.
Yeah.
She definitely didn't tan.
She's got a mole. She might want to get the mole looked at.
Definitely someone older. This is nice.
This photo's kind of grainy. It's hard to see all the details, but it looks like a cool painting.
Okay.
You know? Straight up portrait.
Right. So
Good
this is some.
detail put into that belt there. I'm pretty
Yeah.
happy with the belt.
This kind of reminds me of Dylan's work a lot.
Yeah. There's a couple actually people in here that remind me of Dylan that we're gonna see.
Okay.
Not actually Dylan. This
But
is the
they
time
fit
traveler.
into his type.
Which, knowing that kid, I would not be surprised.
He might be a time traveler. So there it is. Let's move on to the next one. All right. This is another early work that he did.
More portraiture.
He's a big portrait guy. So all of his stuff is of other people.
Big portrait and big dong.
Not big dong. You're gonna see regular dong, average size dong.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna
Spoiler alert.
He's a real. He's a. You know, he doesn't want to.
He's a realist.
He's a realist. You know.
Gotcha.
Also pretty nice. Right. This is
I
still
like
Yeah,
it.
classic beatnik fashion. Still cool with the hipsters.
right.
That's-
When we switch over to his other, I want to know, like, from an artist's perspective, from your guys' perspective, like what would cause a shift like that.
Okay.
So
It's got pretty solid technique.
yeah,
Do you know what year the shift took place?
I believe in the 1950s. So this happened in his 30s, basically.
Korea.
Korea.
Yeah, that could
His
be
father was in World War II. Fought in World War II for the British. So there was that. But by the early 50s, his often stark and alienated paintings tended towards realism. So we'll move on to the next one. Okay, this is one of his last pieces that he's done like this. This is very like as like a 19.
It's a lot different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very different.
right.
You sure this is one of his?
100%.
Are you sure you just didn't take this photo when you were in Barnes and Noble?
I might have. This looks like something from the 80s, man.
I thought it
it's
looks like-
very 80s, but cubism. Like it's part of the Take On Me video, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was straight up like the mural painted on the wall in the Barnes and Noble
Is that like a
bathroom.
paper leaf in the front? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure that out.
It's
That
very-
abstract
yeah,
thing is
cubism.
there.
Oh, cubi.
I haven't heard that term in a while.
Cubism.
Yeah.
Almost looks colored pencil.
It's like the guy is peering around a corner, like he's about to enter the room. Maybe it was one of the men that he had sex with.
Ooh.
Is that
Yeah.
the turn that we're taking here? About
All
this
right.
one.
And
She
this
has
is
like a two-head instead of a four-head.
Yeah.
What's going on?
it's very close. I like everything we've seen so far. I'm like, yeah, this is not bad.
This
There's
looks
nothing
like
I'm
a
against.
common mistake when drawing a head, though. Is like,
Not enough
yeah,
back of the
not,
head.
Not
Yeah.
enough head.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
underestimating how much the hair actually sits on your head.
Okay.
The back
You know
of
what
the
I mean?
skull is kind of
So you guys could shit on this piece right now.
I'm not shitting on it. It's good.
It's
just,
well done. The proportions are a little off. But,
Yeah.
You know,
Look at that
it's cool.
jaw.
I really like that texture on the
door.
the blinds behind there,
And her
or
hair.
door, whatever that is.
Her eyes seem a tiny bit big, which I almost said about the last portrait, but maybe that's
Yeah,
stylistic.
I don't think he really nailed the proportions of all this stuff, but it looks good.
Yeah,
I like how it's rendered.
It,
it was-
almost looks like the same person from the first one. But
Yes.
his side
Yeah.
profile.
oh, the one who was like,
Yes.
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry,
Oops,
my boob popped
my
out.
boob fell out.
Is that-
I believe this is one of his wives, one of his two wives.
Two at the same time, wives?
No,
Or-
he got divorced and
Oh, okay.
moved
We're
on.
just looking for ratchet shit.
So
What I do?
he also has been known. Well, it's been someone else. One of the critics or whatever called him he had a fetish for skin, and you're going to see that in the coming photos. Okay. Oh, this is where we take a turn.
Yep. Okay.
Dicks.
I like this a lot better, not because of the penis,
Sure.
Are you
but
sure? Not even a little bit.
no, I mean it adds to it.
He's like standing on a dude in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even see that dude in bed.
Yeah, with a
He
painting
is.
of
Wow.
a naked woman behind.
He is standing on a dude in bed, yes.
I was just distracted by the cocoon or whatever is going on.
Yeah.
Right. That I missed that
See,
there
I
was a
can't
whole
tell
other person in there.
if like the legs being so huge is like just poor foreshortening, or if it's like the
The angle.
Or maybe he's like
Yeah.
leaning at you a little bit, really trying to like
Get that
Yeah,
dick.
really
put it
shove
on
it-
a platter. You know what I mean?
shoving that dick in your face.
He's pulling the Bergman.
I like that abstract stuff in the background though. That's pretty cool.
This is very what attracted me to his work with his later work. I didn't realize his earlier work was like that. Was very close to that one guy that I talked about earlier, that just did a lot of carcasses.
Hyman Bloom.
Hyman Bloom.
Heidi Klum.
She's a painter,
that one. She does everything. She's a Renaissance woman.
but also not much.
Yep.
I really like the shadow on the body, and how like it really evokes a lot of emotion with the different colors and the shading.
He like details out some stuff, but not so much that it's overwhelming.
Yeah. Plus, you didn't realize that it was a guy in the bed
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
looking at his
that.
butthole.
It's very impressionistic.
Yeah.
I see why it reminds you of Hyman Bloom a little bit because it does have some of that brushstroke quality to it.
Yeah. Or it's like, but it's still not heavy brushstroke.
Yeah.
It's just enough to be like, this is still realism.
Have a cup.
He's over here drinking a 32-ounce crowler like a savage.
And looking at me going,
More.
you already have one.
All right. We're rushing through these, so we'll slow it down here. This is another piece,
Another
another
dong.
portrait.
Skinny naked guy.
Yeah.
Do you know the titles of these pieces?
I did at one point.
Dick 1 and Dick 2.
Okay.
I thought we'd just more focus on the critique, like what we did that one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
I know we should have had the name. I mean, in the future, now I will.
It's weird because do you know George? I think it's George Petty, the pinup artist.
Yeah.
He had a equation for how he made women to be idealistic, and it was like a certain, like he changed the proportions a certain amount, and it's like he's doing the same thing, but it looks grotesque
Yeah.
in his version versus when you do it in a pinup.
These guys
Well,
got
yeah.
some legs so far.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, nice curvy female is way nicer to look at than dick.
Yeah, but it's the same proportions. Like they'd make the legs longer, the head smaller.
Yeah.
Exaggerate
Yeah.
certain features.
Mm-hmm.
Make it
What
a,
is it?
kind of a fantastical kind of thing.
Like fashion illustrators add like a couple of heads.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of the normal person being 6 to 7 heads tall, make them like 8 to 9. They
Really?
add it all right
And
into like
extend the
shins.
legs and
Yeah. Put it right there in the shins.
Huh.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing that, but it's very unsettling. I
Yeah,
think.
it's extremely unsettling.
Yeah, like your hands kind of come down a little closer to your knees, right? Because he seems like he's got long, gangly arms.
Do
yeah.
they though?
Yeah.
No, they come.
Like if you seen,
I
it's
can
like
I can scratch my knee standing up.
look at that.
see, you're like half. There's your knee.
Captain Long Arms over
You're
here.
like part way.
I'm scratching my knee right
I'm not saying it's a huge difference,
I mean-
but it's like you can see like with
The-
how long his arms are, they would probably be a little bit.
The shadow for me is unsettling as well.
Yeah, he
It's like
looks
Slender
very
Man.
slender man.
Yes, yes.
Why is he standing in a corner? Reminds me of like the Blair Witch or some
That's
shit.
Because
exactly.
it's Frank Zappa and he should be ashamed of his Christmas album.
He is ashamed. He's standing in the corner nude. Look at my dong. It's bigger. It hangs below my
Yeah,
balls.
he doesn't look happy. Looks like he's
Actually
being punished.
hangs below my balls.
It
He
does.
doesn't
It's
have
the-
Jerry
the-
Orbach
the-
there to be like, don't put him in the corner. So they put him in the corner.
You ever hear that? The statement that's been big on TikTok for a while. Women started it and was like, if his dick doesn't hang below his balls, he needs to lower his voice when he talks to me.
Ooh.
Burn.
TikTok,
Yeah.
the future of America.
Well, it's not the future. It's the now. It's happening now.
Yeah.
Oh God. Find us
Some
on
people are still smart enough to stay away from that shit, though.
Some people are smart enough to just be consumed by it.
Guess what?
I'm in
This
the thicket.
podcast is on TikTok.
That's right.
Cool.
Follow
Not
us
me,
on
though.
TikTok. Art Damaged on TikTok.
Let's see what's next.
Sure.
Probably another dick, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. So this
A
is
dick and a dog.
And
And
legs.
There's an
legs
actual
underneath
name for
that.
this one.
This
I have
Poor
fucking bag.
fucking
What
dog.
is going on?
I'm actually enjoying this one because it makes me go, "What the fuck is going on?"
Right.
I feel like you just had his way
Everything's
with that dog. It's not cool.
Oh, rough.
Well, dude,
This
look at
is called-
What are you supposed to assume from this story here?
Yeah, this is called 8 Legs.
Oh my god.
My
He's not wrong. There's 8 legs in the.
Yeah. Yeah.
my drunk ass just had to count them.
That's right.
Okay, 1,000, 2 1,000. God,
Dude.
everything in the composition is
Awesome.
pointing at the guy's meaty clackers, man.
Also, I want to make a point.
Yeah.
Could you put this image and then have the other image of the guy? You can't do it now, but the guy standing in the corner. It's the same fucking room.
Yeah,
It
it's got
is.
that
Yeah,
weird
looks like it.
yellow
Oh,
paint
yeah.
wallpaper
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Probably his studio.
Yeah.
It's his bang pad.
Well, he definitely was
It
a
looks
deviant.
like a fucking crack house, to be honest with you.
I'd probably
That's
live
probably
there.
how I got the boys in there.
Yeah.
Implications.
He was a big fan
Hey, you want a line of this powder?
of an opium back then, right?
Yeah.
He's a big fan of women that were very voluptuous or men that had like an eating disorder. That's what it looked like.
Or a drug problem?
Or a drug problem.
Crack cocaine.
I mean, and if it wasn't for Christina, because I didn't do the research on this, I mean, he's the grandson of Sigmund Freud, so he
So
probably
his
was,
grandfather was like, I was right about
The truth
everything.
finally comes out.
Yeah, and he's-
Didn't do the research.
didn't do the research. Well, I
Just-
did the fucking painting.
I saw the dicks, and I wanted to talk about
The
that.
point was to
Wait.
do get the art first.
So, that's right. If you just Google his name and just look at the first 10 images that comes up, that's probably what we're talking about.
Probably.
No, I dug deep with
Don't
some of
be
these
shitty.
with Big Sue.
He looked for the best dicks he could find.
Yeah, I definitely wanted dicks.
Do you want to hear some? Do you know why Sigmund Freud thought men were superior to women?
Hmm.
Because they could defy gravity.
What, with their boner?
Yep. that was literally his stance. And psychology books was like they're superior because they could defy gravity. That guy.
Hey guys, look, I'm gonna do a cock push-up.
I was just thinking
His
that, dude,
mind
makes
is so
it deep.
blown right now.
Well, you can only really do one.
And this is his
You don't really need
grandson.
to
Do
do
you see
one.
the ripple effect?
You've blown my mind. This is amazing. I mean, would it be wrong to agree with
No, but I feel like it's the butterfly effect. He flapped his wings with that comment, and his grandson draws dicks.
Well, it wouldn't like it's
Power
that
move.
infamous line. Like I get men, I get gay men because all they want is just dick. Like I get it because it's like so masculine, right? I'm so masculine that all I want is just more dick. Dude, this is a joke that's falling
Clip
on
that.
deaf ears. Like I get it. They just all they want is just more dick. How could that possibly be gay?
I don't follow that.
He's,
They're like, what is
'Cause it
more
makes them
masculine than a
super
penis?
masculine.
Yeah, what's more masculine than a penis?
they want all the masculinity.
Yep.
Yeah, and what
Yep.
would be like? They just can't get enough of it. Like, I need more masculinity, so I have a lot of respect for that. Like, yeah, I just want more. I get it.
So anyway, this painting.
Yeah, this painting's sweet, dude. Look at
Okay,
the
what if when he went to go visit fucking grandpa was just walking around naked all the time?
with a
And-
boner.
Yeah.
Defying
And, like,
gravity.
he's just like, oh, I gotta repress those like 3-year-old fucking nightmares.
And
So I'm
meanwhile,
just gonna
his,
spend the rest of my
uh,
life painting dongs.
His chubby grandma was like making him desserts, being like, "It'll be okay, Lucian. Here's some pie."
I imagine if your grandfather is someone like Sigmund Freud, you have a lot of shit to live up to. Like, so that might be pressure.
Or shit that
leads
fucked
to
you
do
up.
fucked up
Probably.
things.
Sigmund Freud also put his penis on a board and then put a nail through it
Jesus Christ.
to see what it would do, to see if the penis would
Wasn't
still
he-
get erect.
He was on cocaine, wasn't he?
He had to be on something.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to turn this into a Sigmund Freud thing, but just
Or was he
had some
or did-
crazy
Well, you kind
fucking
of have
ideas.
to talk about him.
Or
if you
did
talk
he?
about this guy?
Or did he do so much cocaine he couldn't get a boner, so he put the nail through it, hoping that it
Rush
would.
the blood back.
Yeah.
This
We'll bring the
dude-
bug- yeah.
This dude was doing so many fucking experiments to his body. I mean, I only know about Sigmund Freud because I took a bunch of sex sex classes at BU, and a lot of the classes about Sigmund Freud and shit, and
What was the title of these courses?
human sexuality, sex and facts, like stuff like that. Or just in the class with
Modern women's sexuality.
What did this have to do with your career choice?
I minored
How
as
does this
well.
lead to you brewing beer?
I minored as well in
Or graphic design.
in the therapy as well. I took a bunch of therapy courses at BU.
So it preps you for being a bartender.
Psychology courses, yeah. I'm actually thinking about going back and getting my degree for it, just to say I can help people.
Dude, the amount of psychologists in this area versus the amount of patients, they make big old bucks.
Yeah, I know. I'm grandfathered in. I pay $50, even though my therapist charges $150.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's just not enough in the area.
Yep.
So Sigmund Freud has a son, goes into World War II, be a real man, and then his grandson, he's like, I'm gonna follow my father's works.
Paints guys spooning dogs naked.
And other animals. We're going to see a piece soon that's called Man and Rodent.
Let's check out the next one.
Oh, yeah.
That is a lot of angles.
It's another portrait.
Yeah.
Textures.
This is called...
This wasn't his self-portrait.
This is the self-portrait.
Okay, so this is the guy we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's with a later piece.
Yeah.
Or he was just really...
Trashed.
Or is he just making himself look more grotesque because that's how he sees himself compared to the other people?
Ooh.
Because his grandfather fucked him up.
Bad.
Probably.
Yeah.
Imagine a conversation with a grandfather like that. Listen, when he's like 11.
Everything would just be overanalyzed. You'd be
Yeah.
like, happy
Yeah.
birthday, Grandpa. He's like, well, how does that make you feel?
How does that make you feel? You're at
Define-
11.
Unpack that.
Define happiness.
Yeah.
Let's define what happiness is
Is
to
anyone
you.
ever truly happy?
Define what birthday is.
Yeah.
I do like this guy's...
So I'm sitting there nailing your grandmother, and then I realize everything boils down to the phallic phase.
I do enjoy this guy's painting style, though.
Right. I mean, can we just how do you feel about from him going from where he was to something like this? Like, is this a painting style that you guys can get behind? Like, are you?
I
shitting
like
on
it.
this?
I like
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
I like. There's a thin paint quality to do it. You know what I mean? Seems like almost like washed sort of layers.
Oh,
I do like that because it
There's
kind
a
of
lot
shows
of
a little
opaque
bit.
stuff over top of that, though, like all those warm tones.
Yeah.
Like the,
But I feel like the shadow in his neck seems pretty bare bones.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's kind of cool.
The
Same
fucking
on
eyes.
his forehead too. Looks
not
like
a
there's
lot of
bunch
glazing or
washes.
anything by the look of it. It's just like,
Just hitting it.
yeah, kind of wet in the wet.
those eyes for
Heavy-
me are awesome.
Heavy paint.
They really show how broken this fucking man is. My grandfather told
Do
me
you
everything
think he
I know.
came out smoking a cigarette? Just born like.
Grandpa made him.
Smoke. Well, you know what it means when you smoke, right?
What's that?
I said, you know what it means when you smoke.
You poke.
You poke. And he did both.
If he smokes, he pokes.
Okay.
Well, you guys think I'm doing a bad job with this?
No.
You're
just
doing great. You're doing
I'm just bringing
fine.
in. We're critiquing an artist's images.
Yeah.
Now I know.
I do like his paint style, though.
It's nice.
It's very expressive.
It's really nice.
But still very detailed.
And this is when he painted the Queen. I believe this was 2001. And
I'm assuming he did the one on the right.
yes,
The one on the right's how she actually looks today.
yeah. This motherfucking guy paints dicks his entire life. And, he's 80 years old or 70 years old. He's like, I want to paint the Queen.
Well, he's
Are
got a
you
lot
sure
of
he didn't
experience
think
with
I'm-
wrinkled skin, so
I was gonna make the joke. Are you sure you didn't want to just paint a big old cunt?
I've been painting dicks all my life, so why not? Let's switch it over. Fuck.
I'm so
Slow
confused
clap.
because that does not look like Freddie Mercury.
Another one. That's a good
A
joke.
queen.
A queen. But
Oh
still,
man, we're having a roast party on this one.
yeah.
but it's pretty good in his older age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
like
all the
the-
stuff in the crown there. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Crown is super detailed.
Yeah.
The cool shadows. Those purples and greens.
Who did the one on the left here?
I don't know.
That was just a...
I thought that was just a reference piece that they had up.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Just put something in there. You know, he painted famous people too, not
Yeah.
just these
Not just cocks.
and heroin and opium dens. Oh fuck yes! This is Big Sue.
Is that really the name of this piece?
Yes, it's called Big Sue.
He
Wait,
didn't
is
even give her
that the one
couch
from
cushions?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
No,
Wait, no,
that's
that's
Large
Large Marge. Okay.
We all went to Pee Wee's Great Adventure with that one.
Tell him Large Marge sent you. And Big Sue's gonna cover my tab.
That was a thing that fucked me up as a kid when that scene in fucking Pee-wee's Big Adventure where the face just fucking goes nuts, you know? It was wild.
This is not the title of the piece. This is he calls her Big Sue. The title of the piece is called Benefits Supervisor Sleeping.
Okay.
Benefits, as in like the British welfare system.
She was. This was
I'm
painted.
just guessing, man.
This was painted. Any guesses on what year this was painted in? Give me a decade.
60s.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
60s.
60s too.
80s.
72.
72. Okay. Is a 1995 oil on canvas painting.
Wow.
Okay.
It's his most famous work.
That is?
This is yes. It's one of his most famous works. It's sold. The painting held at the world record of the highest price paid for a painting by living artist when it was sold by Guy Nagger for $33 million at Christie's in New York, May of 2008.
Wow.
All right.
While he was still alive.
While he was still alive.
And he
Cool.
saw none of that.
And he saw none of that money. None.
He had to live another year.
2.
2 years.
Well, 2008, died in 2011. 3 years.
3 years.
It's knowing-
he didn't have that money.
He did
didn't
not have that
any of
money.
Those millions.
Fuck. Look at those.
While
like,
still
the
sitting
detail.
on that couch.
The skin detail on that person.
It's pretty good.
It's very realistic.
Get all in those.
All
And
up in you.
are you
Not
gonna
trying to
finish
be- I'm
in
not-
those. In those what? You gonna-
Flowers on the back of the couch.
Flowers.
To give
Yeah.
to his wife.
Yeah. The areola.
I got you. Okay.
I got you.
Never mind.
Yeah, thank you. Got me. I just get up all in those flowers.
Collect them, bring them home, and give them to your wife.
You feel really cozy though. I think.
I don't even think he gave her couch cushions though. I mean, look at that fucking couch.
Holy shit! This
She
could go
is
real
the
bad.
couch cushion.
She. Oh.
I knew you were going.
No,
there.
if someone was gonna go there, I was like, I'm not gonna be the person. But look at the hand underneath the breast.
Just supporting the one.
Fuck.
Tata.
This guy knows body and form. Look at that rough.
Oh, I've seen it.
It's nice.
You're not a fan.
Kind of hard to miss.
You're not a fan.
I mean, I like the painting. It's cool.
It's a nice painting. I mean, it's done really well. He's even got a little bit of the pubes on.
Zach's focusing on very specific areas of this painting.
Look at that tummy.
I was more looking at the foot detail.
Do you need to go to the bathroom real
No,
quick?
no. I'm just the foot detail's nice. You know,
Bring back up a dick again.
those are some ham hocks. Fuck. All right, but it's a nice piece.
So-
I'm happy
Yeah.
with this piece.
Zach was on the show for about 8 episodes, and
For
then
complaints, go
It was
to
nice, guys.
TikTok,
I know I'm getting
chump
canceled. It was
88.
nice.
it was nice having you again.
Hey,
All jokes aside, it is a really solid painting.
about a guy we didn't really know much about. Look at this piece. This really, I mean, if Freud was here today and was talking to us in this room, he would really have a lot to say about this. Sigmund Freud.
I feel like he had a lot to say about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Not all
He
of it
seems like a
intelligent.
person that just liked to talk, you know?
So I said,
I just saw the anger and angst in that eye roll that you just did. You're like, you know?
Like he talked and paid attention to what stuck. What people went like, oh, what do we do? And he was like, that's the next book.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
know?
Like, oh,
That was it.
my grandson. What a guy. All right.
I like how loose the floorboard rendering is here, like right under the couch there.
but you could tell immediately it was wood flooring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
He's really good at with all of his pieces having a background be like he kind of threw in the towel on the background a little bit, but yet still gave you enough that you knew what you were looking at.
Yeah, that's a forced focus trick there.
Yeah, use detail to draw the eye to certain areas.
Yeah, you can get away with murder in the background.
Really?
As long as the foreground is very well rendered.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
Well, it's like you don't have
Yeah.
to paint every little board that's on the floor there. You can just,
Why not?
suggest it.
Like with strokes.
Yeah.
Why not? What if you want to?
You could.
Yeah, if you
The
want
long
to.
strokes.
She always yells at me, "Stop painting every goddamn piece of wood."
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, I
not
mean-
paint an 18 by 24 with a toothpick with an eyelash glued to it, you know?
But it's
Yeah, but like when you're like the way the brain works, like when you look at something like this, it's like you're drawn to one specific area of it.
Right.
If it's well rendered, it's obviously this lady on the couch here.
Right.
Like you don't give a shit. All the other stuff is secondary, but like your mind kind of fills in the blanks of what this is. Like as if you were to just zoom in on the flooring, it doesn't look like anything. It's
Well, it
just
looked like shit. And,
Yeah.
And same thing with like the bottom part of that
Right,
couch.
it's the same color and same kind of striations that you would find on a wood floor. So your mind kind of just assumes
fills
that's
it
what
in.
it is.
Fills
Yeah.
in the blanks.
Yeah, that's kind of how that's how we work when we're looking at everyday shit. We
Yeah.
find something to make note of, and while the mundane details, you just body's
Yeah, like I'm
who
looking
gives
at
a
you
shit?
right now. None of this around here, like it could
Like,
fucking
that's
be
a
whatever.
cloth. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, or like,
That's crazy.
that's just how the like eyes see things, though. It's like you have
Yeah.
a narrow range of focus, so everything else around there is not as important. As long as you want to have that forced focused effect.
So
Like if you want to do hyper realism, where everything's just rendered like as if you're looking directly at it.
which
Then you
I
make-
don't like hyperrealism, but I know what you mean.
Then you kind of make the viewer decide what to look at because you've
Yeah.
already taken the time to render everything.
They can
out
also
throughout
look at
the painting.
anything and it'll be super detailed.
Yeah.
which is cool.
I was watching a film nerdy thing, and this dude was just like, okay, so here's a short clip of it's the basketball team, and one people were wearing like white jerseys, the other one were wearing red.
Right.
And they're like, how many times does the red team pass the ball? And afterwards, he's like, okay, how many people saw the gorilla in the room? And there was literally a
Yeah.
dude in a
I've seen
gorilla
that.
suit that was like,
Fuck.
and
Yeah,
walked
because
away.
you're not looking at
Yeah.
that. Like
Right.
that's all in the background.
I have to retrain my mind for that because I still look at everything. Because when I was at Walmart and we were training in Cleveland, they would do this like thing. So they would pick an area of the room and they're like, all right, tell me everything that you see. Because there's like to train your eye to make sure end caps and all this shit look really good to hold people to a higher standard and shit, even though Walmart looks like shit every time you're in there. But it
Shout out
actually
to Walmart, sponsor us.
sponsor us, Walmart. Suck a dick.
Back to Freud again.
But it was a thing where they would, and it took a lot for me to do, and I had to like retrain. So they would put like a bunch of shit right here, like, okay, tell me everything that's going on with this table. And at first you'd be like, oh, there's beer cans, I see a chocolate bar, I see notes, and then they're like, okay, yeah, but this is all the other shit that you missed, and break it down. So like I was forced to train for like I don't know a year to do this type of shit, and then it like broke me. So when we're seeing art like that, I look at everything, and I'm like, actually, I really like looking at that type of stuff, but with the technique you're talking about, it does definitely draw you right into that that center.
I think that's a good narrative tool for a painting.
Yeah.
Like if what do you want the viewer to focus on when you're painting something? Like is it the floor or is it, the lady on the couch there?
Right.
So you get to choose that, and depending on how you render a painting, like that's where the viewer's eye is going to go.
It's interesting. Because I would do, when I did painting and my shit like that, I would love to do an episode with each of one of your works, and we critique your works, and I'll volunteer.
Thank you.
What?
No, thank you.
Why?
We've
You
done
paint
that.
phenomenally. Fine.
We've also done that
Have you?
with Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane.
Shout out to Shane.
Shane
Izikowski.
Izikowski.
It's
Oh.
Zikowski.
But yeah, I would do that with my work. Like I would not even knowing that I was doing what you just described.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'll just fudge in everything else over on this side and then just focus on the breasts.
Okay.
Or the penis. I think we got a couple
make
more.
sure
though.
all the dog paws are pointing right at the meaty clackers. Oh, there we go again.
We
Meaty
saw
blackers.
this
Yo,
before
what-
on a
Jesus.
previous art
Why
critique
is
Right.
episode.
why is Rickety Cricket naked on a couch hugging a rat?
That would be
He
his
brought
natural environment,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
He brought his best friend. You gave him free cocaine.
I feel like all these paintings took place in a crack house somewhere.
They absolutely look. They're probably the same one. Look at the feet though, and the balls and the taint and the gooch. This guy knew what he was doing. Those are some nice balls.
This is so uncomfortable.
When do you ever paint balls like that, Bam?
Never.
No.
Can't say I've ever
have.
painted some balls.
Again,
Have you?
everything is pointing back
Have you?
at the ball.
I bet.
At balls.
I bet if you took like the golden ratio and put it over this, it would all like point directly toward
Like
the cock.
this-
What's the
This-
golden ratio?
It's like a Fibonacci curve kind of thing. It's a
It looks like a seashell.
yeah.
and
It's a
square.
it's
we
a
should-
composition tool.
We should do an
Yeah.
episode on that.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Lots of stuff in nature have
What?
it naturally, like his balls and dick. Just,
well, why are you asking me? Do you paint dicks like this, or
I can't paint this fucking real. But
I feel like you need to become a painting expert, but only of male genitalia.
I would if I fucking would if
you
I
do all the
could.
illustrations for medical books and shit.
No, I wouldn't want that. I would just want to expose.
He's an
I want, I
art
want-
collector and dealer of men's.
of men's genitalia. I would want to do a show, a tasteful show at the brewery. You know, if it was tastefully done, I can get the other two owners to approve that of just male genitalia like this. This would be fucking sweet. Just me
zoomed in.
painting them.
And just have
zoomed in.
Taco playing in the background. Show me your genitals. Just
Show me.
Show me your
What?
genitals. What?
what would you name the show? Like, what would be a cool tongue-in-cheek show about dicks? Be named.
You know, I actually did an art show that was dick themed at one point.
You did?
I participated in it.
Yeah.
You remember Sarah?
Sarah, yeah,
Yeah,
They
she-
were woodcuts.
Yeah, they were like
Nice.
shipadick.com is the website where you can like ship a cardboard dick to somebody.
Fuck.
Just randomly. But she put this art show together where a bunch of tattooers just painted whatever they wanted on these cardboard dicks.
Oh my God.
And the title of the show is All My Friends Are Dicks. It was pretty good.
Every beer you serve would have to be a sex pun or a dick pun.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I could, if I could
or
do it,
named after like a male porn star.
right.
Oh, can you have one
Oh,
Bob's
God.
Burgers one that's just sailors in my mouth?
Sailors in my mouth.
Peter of the North.
But all of it would have to be tastefully done, so no one can question what I'm doing. I'm like, listen, I've been experimenting. What?
Blake Steele.
But
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I would be like, I'm experimenting a lot with form and figures,
Postman.
and I really, you know, guys, and I really don't want you to make fun of me about this, but I want to do, just male genitalia in its form.
What if you did like dicks through the ages and do just different, like cubism, Dadaism, realism?
Point
I can get down with
Renaissance.
painting like a really illustrative one, like like in Superbad,
Yeah.
like something like that.
A dick tank.
Yeah,
Dick Tank, Dick Army. Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
One day I was just sitting there going to town. And
A skull with some
Drawing a real veiny,
dicticles
triumphant
coming out.
one.
Yeah, I'd be all into that because it's
Okay.
the idea that. Go ahead first.
Here's your shtick. You do naked portraits of pop culture characters, and you imagine what their hypothetical dong would be like.
See, that wouldn't be fun to me. What would be fun to me is people I know,
I was about to
and
say,
hypothetically, what I think their dong
you
would
take
be.
it one step further, and you tell all the elders that
No!
that you're gonna do nude.
Show me your
paintings of- that you're gonna do nude paintings of them, but then you only paint.
The penis.
I need you to save my marriage. Show me your dick.
And to the point,
I think this is. The
I need you
point
to
where
save
we
my
get off
marriage.
the
Show me,
rails.
like
Men of the North.
men. Yeah, just
It
like
took
guys.
40 minutes worth of dick
Oh, you can
paintings
make
to go
a calendar
fully off
out of
the
it. A
rails.
dick calendar.
Yeah.
That would be wild. Hey,
Nice.
Zach has gone really off the deep end lately, and he's just been painting male penises. No, not even male penises. I'm okay with lady peen.
Yeah.
So like, he is completely okay. What happened? Oh no.
Salad dressing.
Oh no. That would be something, right? Just like, hey, I can't believe Zach's really into this. He's just painting penis and drawing penis. That's all he's doing. What happened?
Hey man,
He had one podcast. Oh my God, man. That's how you know it's a good episode when Thousand Island dressing falls on the floor.
I think it's like carrot vinaigrette.
Because that makes the difference. To have the correct dressing that fell on the
I'm
floor.
not correcting you. I'm just saying. I think it's a carrot vinaigrette.
Let's see.
it's
Oh.
like vegan, you know.
Also, we might have a new line. I'm not going to say any names or anything, but someone we know that has dropped food on the floor.
Oh, cool.
He dropped something on the floor today that was a edible chocolate, and
Oh, are you going to do pastries now?
he ate it. It rolled.
I mean-
It rolled,
What floor?
The floor at his bar.
and it rolled for like a decent amount, and then someone else picked it up, and he goes, and they're like, "Oh, do you want me to throw this out?" And he goes, "No, that would be a waste. I never throw out anything I can eat, even if it's on the floor."
Wait,
gonna
was
Oh
lose
this-
man,
Stop
somebody
it.
start
Was this a
dropping
weed cookie or
vegetables for that
something?
guy.
Yeah.
All right, so it had weed in it. I
Multivitamins.
feel like that makes it like a 10-second rule instead of a 5
Oh
second.
yeah.
I've
Not
come
if
up
there's
with
weed in it.
off the floor at the bar.
I have a theory that when you're a kid, 5-second rule is life or death, but as an adult, you realize time has no meaning. So it's however your shame,
Yeah.
length of time your shame lets you eat that object.
Time
Just
is a
follow.
flat circle. You
Yeah.
can eat it whenever you want.
Right.
Exactly.
Possibly. It goes back to that age-old Seinfeld thing.
Depends on who cooked
If
it too.
if there was an Eclair, a donut that you saw in the top of a
I
garbage
like how
can,
we're talking about all this.
I'm
There's
s-
a giant dick.
I'm sorry. We're off the rails a little bit, but we'll bring it
Right,
back. We'll
but-
bring it back.
yeah.
But there's an Eclair on the top of a garbage can that looks like it was completely fine. It was on a doily even. Would you eat that Eclair if you were like, wow, this looks really good?
I wouldn't personally.
I would not, just because
who's-
community food at like office room break rooms, you've seen people finger fuck stuff just to get to like that one donut they want. Just imagine how many hands have touched that.
Eclair.
Let alone like
Unclean
double
hand-
dipping,
yeah.
but just like licking their
But-
fingers off while
but-
they go back in.
the real question: how much drugs are in it?
I do
About
feel
a
like
10
that's a
strip of
variable that
acid
needs to
gel
be addressed in
tabs.
that situation.
So if it
is
was
there weed in it or no?
if it was a weed Eclair, you would probably you would think about it.
I mean, yeah, if I was about to have some edibles and retire for the evening, probably.
I feel like this is what algebra was trying to prepare us for. All the possibilities of X.
All right, let's move on to the next photo.
Hey.
We're making this. Oh, okay. This is
Oh,
his
look, another
self-portrait.
dick.
This is his self-portrait.
at least he's got shoes on this time.
Oh fuck! Look at those boots.
Dude, look at that mangled mess.
You're talking about his penis.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably also hammered his.
How do you
penis
get the
with it.
beans above the frank?
I'm talking about the 3 blobs that are there.
What's the balls and what's the dick?
Right.
He probably was hairy as fuck at his old age.
He didn't want to focus on his own genitals.
Oh,
Body dysmorphia again.
Freud all over again. Holy shit.
Thanks for analyzing my paintings, Grandpa.
So he's
I'll give you something to analyze, Grandpa.
he's in his boots. He's got his shoes on. Everything else. He's got his little art easel there. He's got his paint. He's got his knife, his palette knife. Fuck. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He looks attractive as an old man.
He looks like a fucking serial killer, Zach. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? This is him
That
showing
is a
his most
handsome
emotion.
old man.
His feet are
Hands
arched.
adorable.
Dude, if you changed out the fucking paint pellet for a severed head and a fucking
What?
knife in the other
But
hand, this
his-
is Ed Gein right here.
Look at that is. Look at the feet. The way they're arched, it almost looks like he tried to paint himself in high heels and then changed it to boots.
Don't read into this much. Bam.
I'm sticking with the serial killer vibe.
Right.
but-
Yeah. Also,
Naked man.
it's well done, but his belly kind of looks like he has like an appendix or C-section scar.
Ooh.
The way that it's kind of wrinkly and dented in places.
Or he's Iggy Pop, one or the other.
Yeah, he rolled around on some glass once.
Dude, this dude, I think this is the last piece that we put up, but this dude lived a long life. 1922 to 2011.
You saw that crack,
Drink
Jen.
to
He
that
lived
shit.
in there.
What? Yeah.
He was impervious to germs.
Oh, fuck.
When he dropped a crack rock out of his ass, he picked it up and ate it.
Ate it.
Yeah. That's drugs.
You don't waste it. You don't waste it just because you're getting pat down by airport security.
What-
chomps down.
What just dropped out of your asshole? Crack rock. And I'd appreciate it if you gave that to me.
Yeah, can I have that back?
I think this is some of his best work. This
Oh
looks,
my God, Sigmund's pretty lady.
Oh.
Hold on, Tiger Woods would pay you tens of thousands of dollars for feet stuff. Yeah, baby, it's feet stuff. You ain't got to touch them or nothing.
What is this episode?
It's a good episode. Yeah, did I come unprepared? Absolutely. But
Oh, it's fine.
but
Working out.
Can we
it
get,
worked
like,
out
an-
really well.
Can we get an It's Always Sunny title card right there? Just
Yeah.
like the gang goes off the rails.
Hey, hand that samurai sword over here for a minute.
Wait, we have a samurai sword.
Is there literally a samurai sword in here?
What the fuck? Did we get a sword?
Yeah, let me just see that for 1 second. You want to?
Did you not hear that we had a show before that?
Oh, Jesus.
We brought a samurai sword into the studio.
Is that yours?
We were going to
Yeah.
interrogate you about shit you said, but you didn't host tonight, so I couldn't just be like, I don't believe you.
We want. Yeah, I think that this guy's fucking good. Like, just looking at his art, a lot of the emotion, it makes me want to keep looking at his art. Unlike
It's unsettling, that's for sure.
unlike when we were doing the episode, like the other art that you had when you went up to see that art show,
Yeah.
I thought all the art was really, really, really fucking good. I look at it and I'm like, oh, there's like, it's really good. But like when I look at this, I'm like looking at all the emotion that's also put into this, and I'm like, this for me is the shit I like for me.
I like fat chicks and meaty clackers.
Yeah,
That's the name of the episode.
fat
Fat
chicks and meaty
That's
clackers.
also the name of your art show.
And my art show, Fat Chicks and Meaty Clackers.
But it's only meaty clackers.
There's no fat chick.
It's only dong that hang below the balls.
Is that why they didn't
We
know
don't
how many kids he
discriminate.
had? Because he was just dumping loads of big chicks that didn't know they were pregnant?
That's so horrible. That's fucking terrible. TikTok that right there. That was terrible. Holy shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
I'm not getting canceled now. Reggie's getting canceled. That was fucking terrible.
Dude, you can't cancel us. We're beyond that.
What? This happened in like the 60s. They're all dead now.
Yeah, well,
It's 2020. Get over it.
you're crying. You're laughing so hard.
It's a
It is not even 2020. It is 2021.
Hey, Sigmund, I got one for you.
Yeah.
Put the sword away.
How
It's
the
not
sword is
real.
my cock? What do you think of that one? Do you want to psychoanalyze that?
I'm pretty sure we got more paintings to look at.
Do we
Let's keep
going?
going. Oh, no.
No, we're done. We're done.
Oh, my dick.
Just cut off my dick. Here, hang on. Let's get that in there.
Senpuku circumcision.
As you just took out Christina's eye.
Now I'm mysterious if I wear an eye patch.
So that's our boy. There's a couple of 9 or
Lucien
10
Freud.
9 or 10 paintings there of him.
All right, so the question.
Would you party, drink, or do drugs?
Or stay away from.
Would
Stay the fuck away from.
I think all of those things in separate order, you know? Once he's done doing all the drugs,
I
you
would
might
stay
want
the
to
fuck
stay
away from
away.
this guy for sure.
No.
Do you want to keep your pants
Have a
on
drink
or
with
off?
them, but you probably don't want to take any of that powder.
It depends on where the drink is, too.
I disagree. I
I'm
would
not
do
going
it
to
all.
your house.
I would do it all with him. I would.
You want to see where the night
You're
would
gonna-
go.
I want to
You
see
like-
where the night would go with this
You're going to
motherfucking
end up
guy.
in the crack house where you
Yeah.
fucking painted all these
would
things.
He's like, oh yeah, Rickety Cricket. I just keep in the fucking closet. Hold on, and he
Zach's
opens it
gonna
up.
end up
And
spooning
there's
a
just like a
fucking
Slender
dog
Man
naked
still
guy
in the corner.
Yeah,
You're going to end up spooning a dog with your dick out. That's what's going to happen.
Would you have posed nude for this guy?
Yes,
right next to Big Sue
right next to Big Sue.
with a face full of ass.
Oh, God.
Who was pregnant with at least 2 of his children?
Dylan has
All of them.
has asked me if I would pose nude so he would paint me. Now I'm weirded out by it because it's Dylan and he works for me. Now if he didn't work for me, I would actually I might be opener.
Would you pose nude for us to paint you?
All at once. You guys are all painting me at once. This is not an intimate setting. This is a group thing.
Oh, so we can't do like a boudoir photo shoot?
You want to do a boudoir photo shoot?
Oh, no. We can set up and do an episode out here where you're just off camera and we're painting you nude and it's in a full episode of us just ragging.
Hey,
on
have fun, guys. I'll see you later.
Well, I would.
No
I
offense.
could. None taken. I could. I would be open to the idea if there was a camera directly on my face so I can make dumbass comments the whole time.
you. Okay.
I'd be open to the idea. This is not a yes or no. This is I would be open to the idea.
Lower gut up.
No, I would be full dong.
No, I'm saying
No, that
for
would
the
be
camera.
what's camera.
camera.
I think you should
Lord,
Donald Duck it and just wear a T-shirt.
And some whitey tighties. I would do, and some whitey tighties.
No,
maybe,
not whitey tighties.
Yeah,
Just
just
a
Donald
t-shirt.
Duck it, dude.
Well,
Donald Duck
oh,
is
so
let
maybe
Let your D hang out.
because my D's not longer than my balls.
Hey,
so
I thought
what?
I thought you were gonna say longer than your shirt, and I was
No,
like,
so
what I was worried about.
At least what I could do.
Balls,
what
the
I would
balls
do,
are longer than the shirt.
Yeah, the balls definitely are. So like, what I would do is put the dick head in the T-shirt.
Oh my god. Getting to know you.
This used to be a somewhat serious podcast.
This is still serious. It's very serious.
I take my sexuality very seriously. Bam.
Seriously,
Thank you.
serious.
Congrats.
I would I would do it. Maybe with like a nice coffee stain too on the shirt. Something that shows like, wow, this is
a
a
little
broken.
bit of character.
This is
How
some
do you
broken.
feel about doing crack for like a month?
Nah. I'll take one crack rock, please. One, please.
You get to go
It falls
sit
out.
upstairs like and bug your dad for like 24/7, like a week straight. Like, yo, Dad, what are you doing?
I took one crack rock.
You want to go back to the alley? I got some fireworks.
Do you think your dad would let us shoot fireworks off the roof?
Maybe the state that he's been in, probably.
Yes.
Angry old man. Yeah, he'll let you do that.
Why is he not tame and strange off
I'm
Tinder
not.
no more?
I can't. All right.
I think that means we
Too
should wrap it
personal.
up.
Yeah,
I'd
we're gonna
rather
wrap
talk
it
about
up.
other people's dicks, not my dad's.
Not that. No.
Hey, everybody!
What's
thanks
wrong,
for going
Zach? I
off the
thought all
rails
dicks
with
are-
us.
All right, I got one bit about dad dicks that we can go into.
Okay.
What's up with dad dicks?
I've heard this before.
I think we've all heard this.
No, I know, but
This
seriously,
is for my tight 15. Let me rehearse
just
it.
let me
Hold on.
rehearse it, please.
This is very rehearsed.
What is up with dad dicks? When I was like 5, 6, 7, and you were in the bathroom or like a bathroom at a grocery store or Home Depot or even at home, you're in the bathroom and you look up,
Specifically Home Depot.
or at the you takes you swimming at the Z pool or whatever, and you look up and you're like, oh my god, why is that dick so big? Why is it that big? And my entire life, I always thought, when do I get to get the dad dick? Like, I've always wanted a dad dick in my life. Like, why can't I get one?
oh shit.
So-
we just figured out Freud. He only wanted to have some dad dick in his
He
life.
wanted some dad dick in his life.
That's why he painted all that dick.
So
With elongated portions.
so when I got Abby and I, we got pregnant. We had Harrison, right? And Harrison's 4 or 3 or 4, and he's in, where are we? We're at the Y. He's taking swim classes. And he made me the proudest dad ever when he looked up at me when I was getting changed. You know, after he got him changed, and he goes, "Dad, your penis is so big." And I said, I looked at myself in the mirror afterwards. I was like, I finally got that dad dick I've always wanted.
And there's the bit,
Have a
folks.
great night.
That shit was funny.
That was the Dawn Show. We're not going to stay in the pocket of that joke.
Oh, dude, I've heard that joke a few times.
It's a good joke.
It's good.
It's a good joke.
That's a joke.
It's a good joke. I thought this episode